Round 2 of the Sony Open in the books. First round leader Nick Taylor here for birdie on 15 from 25 feet away to get into a share of the lead. Nick Taylor dialed in, buries that. 1 under 69 in round 2 after an 8 under 62 in the opening round. And look, we've got ourselves a logjam atop the leaderboard in Honolulu. 5 players tied for first. Davis Riley up 28 spots. S.H. Kim up a couple of spots. Adrien Dumont de Chassar, kid out of Belgium, up in the mix there, looking for his first PGA Tour victory. And Kevin Roy and Nick Taylor, the overnight leaders, remain right there in the mix at 9 under par. And for more, welcome in CBS Sports HQ golf analyst Doug Bell. Doug, always good to see you. 5-way tie for the lead, including the defending Sony Open champ Nick Taylor. What's your reaction to the logjam at the tippy top of the leaderboard?
Keen, it's like a NASCAR race. Everybody has a restrictor plate and nobody can break out of the pack, right? And that's because of the crazy winds. The players knew coming in it was going to be windy, but it's more than they expected. So it's a matter of really when you played. Davis Riley, for example, went out early today and shot the best round of the day, that 6 under par round. Nick Taylor goes 62 on Thursday, manages 1 under on Friday. So it's really a matter of when you played, and then everybody will have an opportunity to deal with the wind on the weekend. And Hakeem, I'm telling you, if you made the cut at 1 under or better, you have a chance to walk away with this win come Sunday afternoon because the winds are not dying down.
Yeah, and it's interesting because Chris Goddard moved away from Oklahoma, moved to Florida because he wanted to get away from the winds in Oklahoma, and now he's in Honolulu dealing with the winds. He's in the mix among the chase back. But before we get there, of the 5 players tied for the lead, the 5 players combined for 7 PGA Tour victories. Nick Taylor with 5, Davis Riley with 2. Do you expect it to be Taylor who separates himself come the weekend here and to be in contention on Sunday?
You know, it is interesting, and I like your thought. The guys who have a win on the resume, I think, have an advantage. Some of those guys you mentioned as you were going down the leaderboard, they just haven't shown me enough to say that they're going to hold off the rest of the pack and win after 4 rounds. Davis Riley switched his putter just a week before he came out, so that's interesting. Nick Taylor, though, here's a guy who likes to really lay low in the offseason, spend time with the wife and kids, doesn't practice a lot. Now, he did win here a year ago, and yesterday had that spectacular 62, so we'll see. Nick Taylor, the one thing I've noticed the first 2 days, his iron play is very, very sharp. Changed the irons coming into this week, and that's what a lot of these guys do. New equipment heading into the new season. But Nick Taylor is a guy with a lot of experience, Hakeem, and you're right. I wouldn't put it past the Canadian to go back-to-back in Hawaii.
22 players within 4 shots of the lead. Who's a player to watch for in the chase pack to make a move come Saturday?
Well, the guy I really like, Maverick McNeely. Now, he's just 1 shot back. He has 12 birdies over the first 2 days. Keep in mind now, a year ago, finished top 30, made it to the Tour Championship. Keegan Bradley said he was the last guy that he didn't call for the Ryder Cup team. He was that close to making the squad. His only win came in the fall of 2024 at the RSM Classic. And guess what? The wind was howling at Sea Island that week. A young guy who is now peaking at the perfect time. Most of these players, they have their best years between the ages of like 28 and 32. And again, he's 30 years old. Look for Maverick McNeely to put the hammer down this weekend in Honolulu.
Well, let's talk about the old guy. Soon to be 63-year-old and 2005 Sony Open champ Vijay Singh makes the cut with rounds of 68 and 70. His first PGA Tour event non-Masters since 2021. Doug, Vijay still has it. What'd you see from him in the first 2 rounds?
Well, I see a guy who has been working his tail off in the gym. And he's 62 years old. And Hakeem, this is not hyperbole. He works harder than any 22-year-old out on the PGA Tour. He's always in the gym, always throwing that medicine ball around, always working with bands, always trying to increase his club head speed. He's driving it farther than the young guys this week in Hawaii. Again, Vijay has to putt well. Putted okay the first day, not great today, but he did make the cut. So good for Vijay Singh, really one of the all-time greats. Keep in mind, 34 wins, 3 major championships. let's applaud Vijay Singh. I think making the cut is a very special deal this week for the Hall of Famer.
Yeah, incredible to see VJ out there. T47 at 200 going into the weekend. Again, a 34-time winner on the PGA Tour. Doug Bell here with us on CBS Sports HQ. Doug, thanks.
Thanks, Hakeem.
As you take a look at the leaderboard, a 5-way tie for first. Davis Riley, S.H. Kim, Adrian Dumont, De Chassar, Nick Taylor, and Kevin Roy. Taylor, the defending champ here. He's got 5 career wins, looking to run it back at the Sony Open.